Okay, we're going to finish detailing out the bridle. You should have it all based in like so. There's nothing here except for the highlights that we did earlier. I'll sharpen my 50% cool gray. And I'm kind of going to go over this highlight line that I did with white and bring it on down. There's that hole. Now it kind of fades down a little bit, so it's going to be brighter from right about here. I'll bring it across. So I'm just pressing a little harder. And it's pretty much right up into that leather holder, bridle strap holder. Now there's a definite line right there. I just did it heavier. And there's just a lighter one there. Now this is highlighted on the side because this light's coming this way. So we want this to be highlighted. This is where it rounds off. And then I'm just going to kind of come across. See, it's brighter up towards the top and then fades kind of off down to the bottom. If you lose your dark line, take your black and just make a line. Fading under. And to define that just a little bit, I'm going to put a bit of black right there in that hole. And then I'm going to come on, put another light layer across that. Right on down to that buckle. I don't know what these things are called. I call them little strap holders that you feed the straps into. I'm sure there's a technical word for it. Now this one has a little bit highlight there, and there's just kind of a little wiggly highlight right there. And I'm going to fill that in just a little bit. But it's really light bright here. I'm going to go ahead and come across it and brighten it up. Kind of fades off this way and gets bigger as you come. Come that away. Now here I kind of got offline a little bit, so I'm going to take this black. And it may not help, but skinny that line back up. I'm going to take white, because this is a really bright highlight. Kind of tilts downwards. And then there's just a little bit of it that comes up here. And we might put just a little bit here. And of course we had that line. And we might just kind of, this is really light touch. Guess what, we still got the white. Let's go ahead and do that. And this kind of highlighted on either side. %50 cool gray. And I'm going to press just a little bit harder. Blend in down and blending up. Fading off as I get that way. And then this one, it's kind of got a curve to it. Take the black. Okay, since this has got a bit of curve to it, I'm going to kind of come out into a bit of a curve. And over here, I want to bring my black in. And kind of curve there. Okay, it's going to be dark underneath, so I'm leaving some of the black. This is using medium pressure. And I'm just going to bring down a few lines. Take some white. And then I'm going to lighten up where it bends. And the brightest is going to be right in through here. Like so. Sharpen my pencil again. Still using the 50% cool gray. little bit of lines there. This tip is really highlighted. So medium pressure. White. Sharpen. And just lightly right in there. Don't forget we had a hole here. I think I'll add a little bit more white there to brighten that hole up so we know it's a hole. And I'm going to add a little bit more pressure. Leave a little black under there. Like so. And I'm going to take the 90% cool gray because I want this one to be just a little bit darker, so I'm just going to kind of lightly go over this one. Just tone it down, and then I'm also going to add a little bit here because that's shaded by his mane. Just kind of bring some of that down. And just kind of put it down. And if you need to, you can add some here and fade down too. Like so. Okay. I'll brighten this up just a little bit more. So I'm going to go over it again. Using a medium light pressure. A little heavier. When I get to this part, and then lighten, release my pressure a little bit more. And lighten up there. Oh, I feel like I messed my buckle up just a little bit there, so I'm going to add a little black right here to thin that down. And the same over here. Okay. Take a little bit of white. And lightly run that down through there. And there's a highlight right here. Kind of goes up. This is a really light touch. And I'm going to take a little bit of the 90% cool gray, because it kind of dents in just a little bit right here, and I'm just kind of going to lightly add that in there. Like so. And it's really dark right under here. It's kind of really dark in here, so I'm going to use some black and really darken this up. Same thing under here. Probably should have just left it black. Okay. And really black here. Okay. And then 50% gray. A little highlight there. Light to medium touch. And there's a little bit of a line. And it has a highlight down the middle here somewhat. And this one is the one that's going to fade. And so I'm going to highlight that just a little bit, and then we're going to kind of come down in a, till it kind of points down here in the middle. And then I'm going to highlight just a little bit. Here, and then 90% cool gray. Add that in right under there. And in through here. Till it fades off into the deal there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the 90% cool gray and real lightly fill in what would be the bridle leather here, but it almost really fades in with the background. And there's just a few places that show up as a highlight. And the 50% cool gray. I'm gonna give some highlights here. Highlight there, and a little bit there, just a little there, a titch there, and the rest of it all fades back into the background. Almost seems too bright, so I think I'm just going to kind of go back over that. Just a little bit. Okay, let's move to the other side. Hard to keep this from rolling. Okay. Oh, I sharpen my pencils. 50%. Sharpen my white. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen my 90% cool gray and my black. Okay. With the 50%, I kind of want to highlight this, so I'm just pressing pretty hard to make it brighter. Trying to make my line as straight as can be. And that goes back there. And really this should be black. So I'm going to fill it in with some black. I'm going to come a little bit lighter, filling in under here. I want a little bit more of a black line right at the bottom of that section. And we're going to take and make little dots even along here. This is kind of like stitching. To about there. And then I'm just going to lightly go over that again. Okay, now we've got another highlight. Excuse me. It needs to kind of look like it's curving a little bit. So I kind of curve it up. So that there's just a thin dark line above it.